Hi, Paul. How are you?
Congratulations,
Hi.
brother, on the gold medal.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
I mean, seriously though, how does it feel after 30 years to finally win the first gold medal for Indonesian basketball?
Uh, Let me correct you there. First of all, we feel very grateful because I've witnessed it hand. We a history making moment for the players that what they did against Philippines. But actually, it's a 45-year wait
Wow.
45, wow.
45 years.
since since the first time we joined Sea Games for basketball. And it's a 32-year wait for us to beat Philippines in Sea Games.
Right, okay.
So this gold medal is for everyone, for all Indonesian basketball enthusiasts, fans, athletes, coaches, and I believe it will be a spark and a momentum for us to grow as an industry. Paul know the basketball industry so well,
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's,
I hope for the next 10 to 20 years, we still see the effect of this gold medal.
yeah.
And I know for a fact this will not be our last.
Wow, I like that because
like that.
this is certainly a step in the right direction. Now, I read that before Sea Games itself was actually supposed to be more of kind of the meshing of this national team for you guys to get a feel for
Yes.
each other. More, I don't want to use the word practice, but more like an experience for you guys to get prepared for the upcoming FIBA Asia Cup as well that's going to be happening. However, with this gold medal that was a little bit unexpected at some points, especially facing the final with the Philippines. Has they changed your target? Because I do know that for FIBA Asia Cup, the national team had set a target for being in the top 8 and making the qualification for the World Cup. Has that changed at all, your
Cup.
target for the future? Yeah.
I think it's this gold medal will be an extra boost of confidence for us, and a very good foundation for the team because this will be in Sea Games. It's the first time that these 12 play together. But I think the target in FIBA Asia stays because Asian level basketball is different from Sea Games. We'll face the powerhouse of Australia,
Right.
Saudi Arabia, and Jordania in the group stage.
Right.
Well, that's going
Tough
to be
competition.
interesting. Tough. And we're hosting it, so there's extra hope for you
Exactly.
guys to win
Yes.
big as well. But, we know that Indonesia, I hate this term,
Why is that?
I don't know. I feel like naturalized is such a wimpy term. But yes, you say it that way technically. But we had two nationalized players, namely Dame Diakni and Marcus Bolden. Could you tell us how the two were selected to play for Indonesia, specifically for basketball? I mean, for this, because I know that there are also others for under 3-on-3 and everything.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. So the process for both of them started a couple of years ago, and we able to finalize their naturalization 1.5 years ago, and this is the first time that we use them in an event. And what they add to the team is what we are missing for a couple of years is a rim protecting figure. Because Indonesian players have all the skill, have all the speed, but when we talk about height or how tall how tall is our players, we lack that maybe genetically. That's why having those two figure and a couple of young Indonesian that have a good build really helps the team to become a new powerhouse in Southeast Asia.
Kids
Right.
grow differently these days, right?
Well, yeah, and I mean, these are, kids are eating different these days.
I know, that's what I have to
but
say.
yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. What are the rules and regulations like when it comes to naturalized players? We do know that the Philippines are no stranger to having naturalized players play for the national team as well.
Yes.
So how does that exactly work? Is there a limitation? And what are the outlines regarding naturalized players?
So with a multi-sport event like Sea Games, Asian Games, they they're not regulated by FIBA, so there's no specific naturalization rule. As we know, Vietnam in SEA Games use 8 naturalized players. But in FIBA, you only can have 1
Okay.
Okay.
fully naturalized players on the roster. So with FIBA Asia, FIBA World Cup, and SEABA, that's gonna be the rule.
So how's that going to look? Have you guys decided what the roster is going to look like? And I mean, obviously we have Marquise and Dame. Has there been a decision made as to who will be taking part in the upcoming FIBA Asia Cup?
We'll take 16 players. Of course, the 12 from SEA Games, and we add a couple of players to that, and we'll see how training camp goes.
Okay.
I have just one question about the naturalization, though, because perhaps I'm in sport, but in a different sport, in rugby, for instance. You can have, there's a difference between, the half Indonesians and the fully naturalized, which are no Indonesian blood at all.
Yes.
Does that also count? Because
Yes.
I know that there are a lot of half Indonesians that perhaps are not Indonesian, but they might be easier to naturalize, even though they have.
Just like in football.
Yeah, just like in football.
Right.
So, does that count as fully naturalized? Is that the definition of fully naturalization, as a no Indonesian heritage at all?
So FIBA will be the judge by the end of the day.
Okay.
Like we have a case of Brandon Jawado,
Right.
Yep.
because he spent so his dad is full Indonesian.
Yep.
His mother is American, but he spent full of his childhood here in Indonesia. That's why FIBA counts it as, this guy is a heritage player.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it doesn't count as a naturalized player.
So there's a difference.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. So I guess they're going to have to judge
Yep.
each case as it
Yep,
goes.
yep.
So let's talk about
Yes.
preparations. Speaking about the FIBA Asia Cup, I mean, there's only so much you can celebrate. We got to look
Yeah.
ahead. It is coming soon. So what are the preparations like so far? We heard that training will be held in Australia as well. Why so?
So for preparation, I told the team officially yesterday was our last day celebrating about the SEA Games. We need to recalibrate and focus on FIBA Asia that's coming in a month and a half. We're going to Australia on 8th of June until the 8th of June.
Okay.
Why we choose Australia? Because now they're the third-ranked nation in basketball, and the title holder of the FIBA Asia. And in Australia we'll play 10 games against NBL 1 teams. So I think it really mimics the style of play of high level Asian basketball.
Right.
That's what our players never experienced before.
Okay, let's talk. I got one technical question. I don't want to get too deep into your tactics and preparation, but you mentioned size is an issue when it comes to a lot of Asian teams have this,
Yeah.
except for, say, maybe China.
In all sports, not just in basketball,
Right,
by the way.
and size is so
Yeah.
relevant when
Right.
it comes to basketball. Now, seeing as the limitations for FIBA naturalized players will be much more limited as compared to SEA Games, and that you'll be facing teams such as Australia, teams from the Middle East that are, going to be a lot more bigger sized players as well as some stiffer competition. Will there be any adjustments on your part, and how do you plan on countering that?
So as we see, Paul, in SEA Games, what we can control is our shooting percentage. When we lack on size, we can subsidize that with our high 3-point shooting percentage.
Right.
That's why when we cannot go inside, we just have to make sure when the guy's shooting an open shot or the guy shooting in the 3-point line, 70 or 80% they have to make that shot.
Right. You got to keep that ball moving.
With that, we can spread the floor So even the big guy have to guard outside, you know.
Well, hey, if the Golden State Warriors can win multiple championships with their small ball, there's no reason why we can't do it, right?
Yeah, that's a perfect example to see. But, you know, probably the last question for me, judging on the success story of the SEA Games and now you're preparing for the FIBA, from your point of view, what is the most important thing in building a successful or productive and, you know, a goal-oriented national team?
For me, the most important part, one of it is communication. How we can really mix the vision and mission of the players, the management, the coaching staff. It's a big key. And then, of course, providing the best of everything for our players, for them to be able to perform in games.
Right.
Yeah.
This what some people may take lightly, but not this time, because I believe, because I used to be a player too myself. When the player get the best of everything, they will feel appreciated and they will go all out in games.
Right.
And last but not least, of course, having the same vision and goal for everyone. For example, during the game against Philippines, every single one of us is thinking, "Oh my God, we can make a history tonight." They have everything to lose because they've been holding that title for 30 plus years.
Sure.
Yep.
But we already reached our target, and then we can play to have fun, and
Play
then
loose.
it shows.
Right.
That's right.
Play loose, nothing to lose. And
Yeah.
perhaps if I could add a couple of things as well, and hopefully I'm on point on this as well. I always believe in team chemistry, and if you watch this national team play together, the chemistry amongst the players on and off the court is amazing, and I think that counts for everything
Yes.
because you may lose together and you win together, but either way you're doing it together. And secondly, just like in business, I believe every successful sports organization or team has to have a foundation of a strong management. They certainly got the right man for the job here in you as well, Jeremy.
Thanks, Paul.
And last but certainly not least, we now have the belief that we can do it.
Yep.
And hopefully we can continue that momentum. Jeremy, thank you so much for your time.
Yes.
We really do appreciate it. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys have certainly made us proud. And we
Thank
hope you
you.
continue
For
to
sure.
do so.
Thank you.
Take
Good
care.
luck on the FIBA
This is
in
for all
July.
of us.
Absolutely. I feel like
you.
a small
Don't
part of
forget
that
to
gold
watch us.
medal is
Party.
ours as well. That's right. Thanks, sir. We'll talk to you again soon. Good luck.
Bye.